clearly there's something going on in our culture. The number of guns is up dramatically. Gun crime and gun crime per capita is actually down dramatically. Right. People have had guns in the United States for hundreds of years since our founding. What is going on in the culture? And instead, you're worried about getting some extra votes in the Iowa caucus coming up? I mean, this is sick stuff. This is really disturbing.
Yeah, speaking of disturbing, so you were at a Walmart down there in Florida. Simultaneously across the state, about 10 miles from Tampa, they got a call at another Walmart where a guy said, I'm on my way over, I'm armed, I'm intrigued by these shootings over the weekend. Cops acted quickly, were able to bust him, unclear if he had a weapon. He felony charges for false report of using a firearm in a violent manner. This is some crazy stuff.
Yeah, when we were doing threat assessments in my prior line of work in the Secret Service, notably directed at protectees, the president, vice president, and others, this copycat phenomenon is a very real thing. I mean, obviously, but we're in a real conundrum here, Stephen. What do? It's news. You obviously have to cover it on these networks. It's devastating news, but it's news nonetheless that people are entitled to hear the details about. But, we can't be ignorant here and pretend it's not a legitimate problem that some other people with severe psychological disturbances and problems beyond our capacity to explain in simple news appearances will find some sick inspiration in this. The copycat effect is very real. I can just give you a quick example. When we would go out in this one particular interview that I conducted with a guy who was making some threats at one of our protectees, had a whole bunch of news files and news clippings, both on his computer and hard copies, of prior incidents like that. Whether he was taking some kind of tactical clues or just something else, they do use it for some kind of inspiration sometimes, not all the time.
Dan, briefly, you said there's a problem in our culture. What is the problem?
I was thinking about this all weekend. Is it, all I have is questions. I mean, I went to graduate school for psychology, but it didn't make me an expert that I have all the answers. Is it social media over social interaction? Is it this disconnect? Is it the breakdown of our family? Does it have something to do with entertainment choices? I think all of these things should be looked at. I think it's only fair. And what are we doing instead? Oh, Bernie did it. Elizabeth did it. Trump did it. No, you know who did it, Pete? The maniac who walked into a Walmart, snuffed out the lives of 20 innocent people shopping on a weekend whose families will never, ever see them again. Can we as a country, please, God, and I'm not using his name in vain, I mean, I put my hands together, can we please just empathize with the victims and the families for a while and find out what happened before we try to score a few extra votes in the Iowa caucus? Please, these were innocent people. This is totally, completely inappropriate.
Florida man threatens to shoot up a Walmart in Tampa after being intrigued by the El Paso and Dayton massacres. There's a picture of him and his name. A Florida man was arrested after threatening to do a copycat shooting because he was intrigued by the Texas and Dayton shooting, which now the El Paso shooting has risen to 22 killed because 2 have passed away in the hospital. He called the store, said he was minutes away, threatened to shoot it up. This is actually a store his mother worked at, but she was not there. The sheriff's office intercepted him and stopped it. Dear Heavenly Father, I ask you to please be with those in our government to know what to do to stop these types of incidences. Amen.